Tosin to come because we're gonna get into we're gonna start watching soccer, people. I'm gonna try to get into a new sport. We're gonna go through this process. We're gonna show y'all each week how long it's gonna take me to understand this thing. And I am accepting different pitches from fans out there. Which team should I root for? Let me know which team. Manchester United are the Chicago Bulls and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, but like it's the most famous team. It's like if you work for the fucking Miami Hurricanes, same concept.
Yeah, but at least Miami Hurricanes were decent this year. at least they're decent this year. But this is perfect time to bring the homie Tosin on, man. Tosin, welcome back to the show, my brother. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How's everyone doing? Everyone's good?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good, man. I was just telling them about my journey that I'm starting, trying to get into soccer. Even though I know it's called football. I will never call football, but I will call it. I'll be watching starting next week. Tosin helped put me on. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, trying to get my knowledge up to what's going on, man. But I've been trying to take pictures on what team should I root for. I see somebody in the chat says I should come root for Tottenham. I've been to the stadium.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't listen to them. They hate you. That's why they told you that, because they hate you.
I heard when I watched on YouTube that video, what team should you root for 2024, 2025? Somebody compared Tottenham to the Buffalo Bills. Like they never get it done.
I wouldn't even call them the Bills. Tottenham are habitual losers. That's what they are.
Oh, okay.
They're habitual losers. The last time they won a trophy, I was applying to college. That's the last time they won.
So I'm not necessarily a fan of going after like being a fan of the big guys, but like who is the team that is on the come up and got a chance to be special? Like that's the team I want to jump.
Also, what league are we talking about?
I'm watching Premier League. Premier League.
Yeah, there's hella teams. I mean, honestly, right now the team that's probably up and coming is Arsenal. As much as that hates me to say it,
I heard of them.
Just because Arsenal's got so many young talents coming up, it's just they're super talented right now. Like Miles Lewis-Skelly is really good. Ethan Nwaneri is really good. They're both 18. Bukayo Saka is obviously there. He's probably the second best player in the world in this position. So Arsenal's probably the best if you want to root for a team that's up and coming is Arsenal. But again, you're asking somebody who supported Man United since he was 5. So like I hate everybody. So you're going to get the most biased shit from me because I hate everybody.
So Man United, and by the way, our producer Nikhil, he's an Arsenal fan. He pitched me before we came on air, and he said Tottenham is the Jaguars. That's what he just said. So you're a Man United fan, and from everything that I've seen, they said Man United is like the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bulls, where they had a run, but they ain't really had a run since.
I mean, they're almost like. Their pool is almost like it's effectively the Yankees, Lakers, Cowboys, right? Like if you want to break it down that way. What happened to Man United, I'm not trying to preach and like trying to say whatever, but they have the same owners as the Bucks, and the Glazer family have done
Milwaukee Bucks?
Nah, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they've done like irreparable damage to that club.
Damn,
like
boy, getting money.
When they took over Man United in 2005, Man United had zero debt. They had zero debt, and now Man United has over like close to 2 billion pounds of debt because of them. So, yeah,
you know how much it is in USD? That's like 5 billion USD in debt.
Yeah, Man United's like it's like $2.5 billion in debt. It's something crazy. Like, and it basically what they did is they did a leverage buyout. So they got loans and put all that debt onto the club. So, and then they didn't even run the club properly. So, like, we're just now starting to get like the sporting direction, the things is like now supposed to happen in 2020. Like, shit should have happened like 10 years ago. Is now happening now. So, it's tough being a Man United fan, but it is what it is. Liverpool's another up and coming team. Well, not up and coming. Liverpool's one of the best teams in the league right now.
Yeah, is Liverpool like number 1 or are they number 2?
Yeah, they're gonna probably win the title this year more than likely.
Yeah, that's just trash, bro. You're never gonna see Liverpool play because you're not going to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's one thing too, Scott. Like, if you're gonna be a fan of these teams, you gotta remember. If you're not supporting a team in London, you gotta go up north or somewhere like you just don't want to go.
At least Manchester has a Soho House, and I've seen Manchester nightlife. Like Manchester, I actually want to go to Manchester.
So you think I should base my soccer fandom on who has the best nightlife?
No, you should base your soccer fandom on where you want to actually go.
Yeah,
But
and when
see,
they
don't.
want
So where does
when they
Man
want to
City
call
play at?
you a nigga.
What is
Manchester.
Manchester?
Manchester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
okay.
north.
So didn't we? Okay, now I'm showing my. I've only been to London one time, but didn't we get off on one of the Manchester spots? Path is that do they play in that
No.
area?
No, we
Okay,
didn't
that's
get off
different
on
area.
fucking Manchester. No,
Okay.
that's a whole different city, bro. It's
See,
like
look,
LA to the Bay.
hey, this nigga Peppy, I asked a question. This nigga acting like you the dumbest nigga of all time. I was asking a sincere question.
No. Listen, it's like LA to the Bay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's far. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a
So
3-hour train ride, I think.
Man City had a huge run, but now Pep might be leaving this year, so they might be on the decline. That's from what I've been hearing.
Pep's not
Is
going
that-
anywhere. Pep's
Okay.
not going anywhere. But I mean, again, City, they got really good owners in 08. Because before that, nobody gave a fuck about Man City, like at all. They got really good owners now, and like they're rich. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just like everyone has their day. Like Liverpool back in the 70s and 80s were that team. Then they fell off in the 90s and 2000s, and now they're back. Same thing with Man United. Like 90s, 2000s, Man United were that team, and then they fell off. So just ebbs and flows and things like that. But it's just really just I wouldn't pick a team until fall. I wouldn't pick a team. I'll just keep watching the games and just try to see who you vibe with. Like that's
Right.
the big thing is just picking a team you vibe with, picking players you like, because once you stick to a team, like you can't switch a team. Like that's never gonna happen. So
Yeah, right. And that's and the thing too, I know I'm picking a team. See, the teams that I root for in my major sports leagues or American sports leagues, I had no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
I had no choice. You think I'd have picked the Bears if I had a choice? Come on now. Let's be real. I had no choice. When I was born, they cut the umbilical cord and slapped the Bears hat on my head. I had no choice.
and then you became a vice lord.
Oh, no. The Lord's out west. I got no, absolutely not.
Bang looked at me. He was like, "Hey, hold on now, what's happening?"
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will not get.
Okay, all right.
He said, "I got." Oh, Nikhil said he got the Arsenal ticket plug. All right.
Yeah, we need that.
That's a nice bribe right there.
I will say, as a professional Arsenal hater, Arsenal are the culture club of England. Like they've always been like the culture club, but Arsenal always finds a way to disappoint you in the most hilarious way. So that's the trade-off. Like you're going for the club with like all the niggas at. Like that's historically where all the black people, you know, culturally wise, would like support Arsenal.
What we doing? We know what we doing there.
Yeah. But the thing is, the last time Arsenal won the league, I was in middle school.
I mean, you know.
Hey, you don't win every year.
That's 21 years, man. That's 21 long years. So I don't know. It's really just your choice. I can't really make a choice for you. I made Kevin on stage a Man United fan, and that man is suffering right now. So
the last time my basketball team won a championship, Bill Clinton was in office. That's how long DMX had number one album in the country. The last time my favorite basketball team won a championship, and I'm up here spending 20 minutes talking about Josh Giddey. Yeah, right. The first album. Now I'm spending 20 minutes talking about Josh Giddey and Kobe White. This is what it has come down to. Now, final question before we actually move on to other stuff. What should be the things I should watch for these next 2 months of the season?
So basically the season's kind of wrapped up at this point, right? Like in the Premier League, because Liverpool are they've got a big ass league. You're not really going to catch up to Liverpool at this point. I think the biggest thing you look for is Champions League, right? Like how Arsenal's going to do in Champions League. You're going to be an Arsenal fan and play against Real Madrid. Second thing is just who's having fun. I mean, that's really it. It's towards the end of the season, you're going to start seeing a lot of the younger players come through, depending on like where other teams are. So it's just really about having fun. And Arsenal probably have some of the best youngsters in the league. So that's really it. It's just trying to find the team that has the most fun and plays the most fun football. I mean, right now, Arsenal don't have a striker, so it's going to be very ugly football you're going to watch. You might just like, damn, this shit's ugly. But it's really just about who you vibe with and who you're having fun with. That's really it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I know I've been looking at like what the schedule's gonna look like. A lot of them should be on wild early, but we gonna figure it out.
6:30.
Yeah. I can't even walk at 6:30 in the morning. Trying to use the bathroom at 6:30 is like, you ever notice when you get old, when you get in your 30s, and you wake up in the morning like you learning how to walk again. In the morning, it's like, all right, nigga. Like it's like it takes longer. Huh?
No, I ain't at that part.
That's because you come in the house at 6:30 in the morning, nigga. That's why. You going to bed at 6:30. But so what this is my last question. This Champions League, so I understand that's like the top 4 in the Premier League. They go into the Champions League. That's like a single elimination tournament type deal.
Nah, so Champions League is basically the best teams in Europe, right? So like you have the teams from Spain, England, basically every team in Europe, right? It's like a long tournament that runs from like July to June. So July through August, September is like the, trying to get ready, like all the like teams that aren't the sexiest teams in the world trying to qualify for the main tournament properly. So it's basically a long tournament of all the best teams in Europe trying to win this trophy, right? And that's really it. And you have the other version, Europa League is like the best of the worst. And then the Conference League is the best of like the worst of the worst. So that's basically it. So it's like you're trying to battle to be the best team in Europe effectively. It's like a round robin tournament of
Gotcha. Okay.
And they changed the rules this year. This year was like the first year they've changed like the way the group stage was set out. So but yeah, it's like all the best teams, and then like if you win the Europa League, you qualify for the next year's Champions League. So yeah.
I do think they need to bring relegation to American sports. It'll never happen. But they need to.
Nah. See, there's too much money to be made.
Right. There's way too much money for that to happen, but they need to.
Yeah.
It'll stop tanking, nigga. It'll stop tanking for sure. And send them niggas to the G League.
Yeah, send the Bulls. Send the Wizards to the G League for real. Send them niggas all the way down.
The Wizards might not even win in the G League. Like that's how somebody said Cooper Flag was like almost I'm gonna go back to college. They're like Wizards gonna be still there next year. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Nah, I don't think the Wizards had a pick next year.
Who has they pick?
I think it's the Knicks.
The Knicks had the Wizards pick?
I think. Now it might be some protections on it that I don't know about, but I think
it's got to be.
Nah, from what I'm reading right now, because I was actually going through it. Nah, they got their pick.
It's in the I think it's a year after that. One of these years they don't have a pick. The Knicks got it.
Yeah, he not staying there for 3 years. They send the Wizards to the Mac.
So cool.
Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not